What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV, back here for another predicted lineup for our penultimate friendly game before the big start of the season, just over a week away. We play Shakhtar Donetsk at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in Ange's first game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium as well, which could be a certain someone's last game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. But we are going for a 4-3-3 formation as per usual. No press conference this weekend because Spurs have called that one off, citing lack of interest from the media, apparently. But no injury news, is there?
Not that we know of. Nothing confirmed. We know that people like Spence and Rodon and Dompele and Dyer were all at different points in pre-season training separately from the rest of the team. I believe I was just watching training a minute ago, and they all seem to be there available. So I don't see anyone who's injured apart from maybe Sessegnon. He's definitely out still.
And Brian Hill.
Brian Hill and Bentancur.
All right, so let's get into the predicted lineup. 4-3-3, as I said, in goal. First time at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium for Vicario.
Yeah, and it's a shame like he hasn't had more time with the defence, because I feel like going to Premier League football is going to be quite a very different kind of calibre to what we've been seeing in our pre-season games compared to maybe some of the other teams who've been playing really like fully fledged pre-season games. So hopefully he gets more time with his back four. I'm hoping that the back four that we see in front of Vicario is the one we see at Brentford. So, but obviously he's our keeper for the season, so he's going to have to play.
Yeah, and I kind of would be a bit upset, seeing as Lloris is still at the club. I would be upset if they don't give him a big send-off in this game, being our last home game before the season starts. I would say either give him 45 minutes or give him 10 minutes at the end where he can get a standing ovation from the fans and the fans can show their appreciation, because he's been with us a long time, he's been a captain for a long time, and it's only right to give him a big send-off, in my opinion.
Even start him and then take him off after like 5 minutes or something.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, just give him some sort of moment where he can get a big applause from the fans.
Probably just bring him out at half-time or something.
Yeah, probably. It wouldn't be mind seeing him have an interview with Paul Court at half-time. That would be quite nice. But anyway, we're going for Vicario in goal. Right back, we're going for Pedro Porro.
He's been the one who started most of the games in pre-season. I think he's looked pretty decent. So we're going from a right back.
Yeah, there has been a few defensive lapses in there in pre-season so far. I think he's been 2 goals, I think, have come from his mistakes, to be honest. So we need to see him tighten up defensively, but that's nothing new. We kind of knew that already. So Pedro Porro right back. Right centre-back is going to be Cuti Romero, obviously.
Yeah, and we'll wait to see whether he's going to have a partner, not for Sunday, but going into next week, and I'm sure he's desperate for one. A lot of pressure on him, not going to this game necessarily, but going to the season. But yeah, Romero has to start. And
then alongside him on the left-hand side, a toss-up between a few players. Tanganga could have played there, who we've seen in pre-season there. We've seen Ben Davis there, but we are going to side with Eric Dyer for this one. We haven't seen him. I think we saw him play half at pre-season in the Lions game, but I do think that if we don't have a centre-back ready to go in for the Brentford game, it probably will be Dyer alongside Romero.
Yeah, given he's our most senior centre-back, and he, I think even though he hasn't been so good over the last 18 months or so, not 18 months, probably like last year or so, I do believe that Ange's going to want to put some trust in him to give him some belief. So I think that probably starts in this game where we won't have Van de Ven probably in place for this game. So I think Dyer probably gets the nod.
And then to make up that back four on the left-hand side, we are going to go for Destiny Udogie. Don't think Reguilon's going to play this game. There are rumours that he is potentially out the door this summer. So we think Udogie is most likely going to be the first choice.
Yeah, and it's not just the rumours. He's been better in pre-season, Udogie, and I think he's earned that #1 spot for now. So I think it's right to go with him. I guess you could argue Ben Davis might get the nod at left back, but I think Udogie, I'd like to see him at the Tottenham Stadium, starting the game. So with confidence that maybe he can start the game against Brentford. So I want him in the team.
Yeah, and obviously we did sign him over a year ago, but this will be his first outing at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium as well. So let's run through that back four with you guys one more time. In goal, Vicario. Right back, Pedro Porro. Left back, Destiny Udogie. Romero and Dyer to partner as the centre-backs. And in the number 6 position, we are going to go for Yves Bissouma, our brand new number 8.
Yeah, the only player that we've kind of got confirmation with a new number so far. So hopefully we'll get a better idea in this game if we see the different numbers. But look, Bissouma could play in the number 8 position because without him, you've kind of got Sarr and Skip. Bentancur was injured. Højbjerg's kind of up for grabs. So I wouldn't be surprised if Højbjerg starts, just because he was going to start that Leicester game with Basuma in the 8 when it got called off. Then they went for Basuma. So we're just going to go Basuma for now, with Højbjerg's future up in the air. And he's been playing the 6 most of all. But don't be surprised if maybe he plays in the 8.
So Basuma, we're going for Basuma in the 6 for now. A bit forward from him, we're going for James Maddison on the right-hand side of the midfield.
Yeah, another player with his first appearance for Spurs in the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium anyway. I'm very excited to see him again in that number 7 position. I don't think he's had an amazing pre-season, but I still think, look, he's got bags of quality, and you can see once he picks the play up in between the lines, he's got so much ability. And you know he's going to start getting goal contributions for Tottenham. I've got no doubt about it.
Yeah, and he was delighted to meet his hero last week. Next up, let's talk about the man that is going to make the third man in the midfield, and we're going to side with the star so far in pre-season, which is Giovanni Lo Celso.
Yeah, we're going to give him a run out. It's going to be very interesting if that is the case, because I think he deserves it, and I think this would be a big indication of him being here for this season if he is to start this game. It's going to be interesting to see how he performs defensively. I'm not so worried about him going forward. I think if he can link up with Maddison, it'll be brilliant. It's more off the ball. Can he perform in that double pivot next to Basuma? Can he make sure that the midfield is well taken care of off the ball? So those are the question marks we're going to have to see. But I do think that the midfield three of Lo Celso, Basuma, and Maddison has potential.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think in terms of the defensive work that you're saying with Giovanni, I think he can press from the front and really close down players in the opposition's half. I think he's got that Argentinian bite to him as well. So I have less worries about that than a player that maybe like Tanguy and Ndombele. But those are the 3 in midfield that we are going for: Maddison, Lo Celso and Basuma. On the right-hand side of the attack, we're going to go for Dejan Kulusevski.
Yeah, we know not many other options. Khil's injured. Solomon did play on the right when he came in against the Sailors, but we think Kulusevski is going to get the nod again. And I actually think he's looked pretty decent in pre-season, but still not the Kulusevski who first came to Spurs back in January 2022. So I want to see that Kulusevski back.
Up top, we are going for Harry Kane. A lot of rumours doing the rounds, but we are going to side with Harry Kane to start this one. Let's just hope it's not his last time.
Yeah, I think even if Kane is set to go, I reckon he'll make an appearance in this game, whether it be from the start or not, I'm not sure. But we're thinking Kane's going to play. But look, he might not. It's very possible that when the time this video is out, that we could have agreed a deal with Bayern. So we have to wait and see.
Yeah. Oh, God, I just as much as whatever we've been saying about Kane this whole summer, it is going to just put a dagger in all of our hearts when the moment actually does come, if it does come this summer. But anyway, on the left-hand side, we are going for Heung-min Son. Yeah,
and I think, again, Solomon started the first game, but I think Son started the second game, and I think he's going to be very heavily relied upon for Ange Postecoglou. So we're going to need that Kane and Son link up here.
All right, so let's run through that lineup for you guys one more time. It's Vicario in goal, Pedro Porro right back, Udogie left back, Dyer and Romero in the centre-back positions, Bissouma, Lo Celso, Maddison in the middle with Heung-min Son and Kulusevski supporting Harry Kane. If this is the lineup, what's your score prediction?
I'm going to go with 4-2 to Spurs.
4-2 to Spurs.
4-2 to Spurs.
I'm going to go for 3-2 to Spurs. I think there will be bundles of goals. I do hope, though, in this game that it's not just going to be the same as the previous friendlies, 45-minute and 45-minute. I want to see these guys get a proper run out, maybe see 60, 70 minutes for a lot of these players and see how they can do over a longer stretch of time. But that is our predicted lineup. Let us know in the comment section below your thoughts about the lineup and what your score prediction is going to be. We'll be here for the watch along on Sunday, so be there or be square. We'll see you then. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.